Yeah, it was Arsenal 1, Newcastle United nil at the Emirates Stadium yesterday. This video is coming kind of late for some obvious reasons. On my own part, I couldn't even have the time to do it, but this morning, yeah, Arsenal 1, Newcastle United nil. This season, Newcastle has had the better of Arsenal. We lost 3 games against Newcastle, and yesterday I was kind of anxious, thinking that this guy is gonna beat us 4 times in a season, which is I don't think it has ever happened, but it almost did. If not for Declan Rice, who put Arsenal ahead, and that sole goal was the only goal that saw Arsenal clinching the trip, the most required 3 point that will guarantee the Champions League future next season. You know, this season we lost to Newcastle the first leg of this the league, 1-0, and the Carabao Cup semi-finals both leg they beat us home and away, and you know yesterday would have been like the fourth, the fifth to Newcastle United, but it never happened. But we went ahead. It was the usual way. They came to play like the usual way they play. Always having all their men behind the ball and taking on their opponents on a counter. But it never happened yesterday. They did. They tried. I think they have the most attempts on goal, but for David Raya was superb, was excellent, and Jakub Kivio, the guy who he's been on the bench because there's no how he will be able to displace Gabriel Magalhaes on the left hand side of the center back. But this guy, after an injury to Gabriel, he's proved that he's capable of, being in that position. And he's been doing so exceedingly well. I can say, confidently say that he is the best person, the best defender in that back for now, even better than Saliba. I tell you, Saliba is excellent, very, but I'm telling you, I think this guy he's lived, you know, you know, uh, beyond everyone's expectation, because we were thinking that I remember when Gabriel got injured before the Madrid game, we were saying, oh, no chance against Madrid because Gabriel Magalhaes is injured. But to the surprise of everyone, this guy was able to come up and do something great, and he's been great. So for me, I think this season we have to keep him. We have to keep him, and that's it. There's no need to sell him, because I think it's like signing a new player in the back line. The game was good, but I saw Leandro Trossard was very good yesterday. He was very good. He really troubled the Newcastle, the left hand side, and Bukayo Saka too. He tried so much, but these days I think the teams are doubling up on him. They double up on him, and sometimes you have like 4 men going for him, and it's not been easy. But somehow the 3 point is the most essential, and if not for the 3 points, we could have been hearing something else or some other stories and all that. But 3 point was good enough, and that's it. Arsenal won, Newcastle United nil. So now Champions League 71 points. Champions League football is guaranteed for next season. So, man, let's do this.